like 8.
This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Skip Money.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast of East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. So today we've got a very special guest with us here in the studio for the first time, and I'm excited to have them and to learn all about their business. And I'm sure you'll be just as excited because today I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Mr. Chris Vergani. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes,
Vergani,
sir.
who is the owner-operator of North Lodge Bed and Breakfast. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Pleased to be here.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. Like I said, I'm a big fan of bed and breakfast, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners and viewers are as well. So very excited to learn all about what you do. So if you don't mind, why don't you kick us off by telling us about your business?
Well, the North Lodge is one of the premier bed and breakfasts in the Asheville area. We have upscale service and a gorgeous property located in a very quiet residential area. It's a 1904 building made entirely of stone. It's got a great history. We service 6 guest rooms, very nicely appointed. And we serve a pretty darn good breakfast, if I say so myself.
Love breakfast at a bed and breakfast. So how did you get into the bed and breakfast business?
Actually, that was easier than you might think. I spent my entire career in finance and accounting for hospitality. I've been associated with hotels, golf resorts, all kinds of resort properties. And even toward the end of my 35 years, we were in the area of due diligence, buying and selling boutique hotels and that. So it was when I finally decided to step away from the corporate world, I looked at my wife and I said, what are we going to do now? And then she had a position. She was a professor at a college in Florida. But I said, well, I got an accounting background, I got hospitality, and I love cooking food and everything about it. What do you think about a bed and breakfast? And she didn't bat an eye. She goes, I'm all in. And that's when we started searching, and we found a beautiful place in Black Mountain, which is only 15 miles down the road. And in 22, we sold that and we purchased this one in the heart of Asheville.
Very good. Very good. So you got a long history in the hospitality business, it sounds like.
A few years. I hate to say it because it kind of tells you how old I am, but hey.
Well, hey, you look great. So what are some myths or misconceptions in the bed and breakfast hospitality business?
Well, I'm going to key on the word misconception. The one thing that sends a shiver up my spine is when a guest walks in my house and says, what a beautiful, the term Airbnb. It's like, no, this is a bed and breakfast. And the difference is service and hospitality. We greet you. We're there with you. We're your concierge to help you make the best of your stay and provide information. We're in a relaxed, serene setting that you can unwind in. And I guess one of the best things I can throw out, and I'm poking at this, but you get a great rate on an Airbnb, but then you have to pay for towels, or you have to pay for parking, or you have to pay for cleaning. At one rate, you get breakfast, you get everything, every amenity, and as anything Myra or I can do to bend over backwards to make your visit more pleasurable, we will find a way.
So the service is the difference.
Service and hospitality. Yes, sir.
Service and hospitality. Very good. Well, who are your target customers and how do you reach them?
Well, being a 6-bedroom bed and breakfast, I don't have a big marketing account. Our primary method is Facebook and our website, but it's not so much a target market as the demographic. The person that usually utilizes a bed and breakfast is a more mature couple, possibly empty nester. And for us, I have found in about a 200-mile radius, the typical guest is someone who can drive here in 2 hours. That puts us in Asheville, that our biggest feeder markets are Charlotte, Knoxville, Greenville. Those are the feeder markets. So when we do perhaps a push on Facebook, that's the area codes we target, because that's 90% of my business is coming from 200 miles.
Very good. I guess sort of a day trip, not a day trip, but a day drive.
I often say, and it's not trying to be cliche, our typical guest is a couple sitting at breakfast on a Thursday in Charlotte, and it's a hot day. And they say, honey, you want to get away to the mountains for a couple days? And they make it a reservation and drive up Friday.
Very good. Makes sense. Well, sounds like you're pretty busy with the bed and breakfast. If there is time for fun, what do you like to do for fun?
Well, there's two main outlets. One would be obvious to you. We're foodies. I love to cook. We love to entertain. I have to admit, the entertaining is a little curtailed when you have guests in the house. But cooking in general, grilling, I love everything to do about it. But probably the number one for Myra and myself is travel. We absolutely love to travel. And like the Army, we travel on our stomach. We go places for food or to some cuisine or something about the local area that we haven't experienced before. And we really enjoy doing that.
Love it. Love it myself. And me, the food is the added benefit of checking out a great place. So let's switch gears here for a second. You know, you're in the Asheville area, and we're almost a year out, soon to be a year out from the hurricane from Helene, which devastated the area. How are things going, and how did that affect you guys?
Well, I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to circle back to a comment there. The area was hurt, but the term devastation, what the news showed was the worst possible areas only. The downtown was functioning. Yes, we lost power. Yes, there was an issue with the water. And those are real issues. And I don't want to demean in any way. There are people who are still recovering in the lower, like the Swannanoa Valley area and that. And I don't mean to gloss over them. But the biggest thing I could say is Asheville is open. We've been open. What we don't have is people. The Biltmore has been open all year. The Blue Ridge Parkway, except for one or two isolated areas, is open. A lot of the trails, the waterfalls are all still working. Downtown, vibrant, all the restaurants, the summer music series was going on. Everything we do, everything we did a year ago is happening. What we don't have are the visitors, because they saw the news and they think, oh, Asheville got destroyed. No. A couple isolated areas got hit hard, but even the Biltmore Village, one of the worst hit areas, we've already got 4 restaurants reopened, boutique shops are open, the Grand Bohemian Hotels reopened. It's not doom and gloom. There's plenty to do. There's a lot to see. And quite frankly, to throw out a little nibble, we are setting ourselves up here for probably one of the best leaf seasons we've had in the last 3 years, because it's been very dry in the past years. It has not been dry this summer. And if we get a couple good cold snaps late September, it's going to be gorgeous in the mountains.
It's been a very wet summer for sure.
Yes, it has. My yard will attest to that.
Yes. Well, So Asheville is open for business. I can attest to that as well. I go through Asheville all the time, and I've been impressed with the how things have been brought back to normal, and a lot of the cleanup. Like you said, there's still people out there that are still recovering, but for the most part, when you travel through Asheville, it looks like Asheville. I mean, it's
what a typical visitor would see or do, they would see or do right now today.
Absolutely.
No difference.
You heard it here, folks. Asheville's open. Go. Especially with the leaves. The leaves are going to be amazing this year.
I think so.
So if Chris, if you could think of one thing that you'd like our listeners to remember about North Lodge Bed and Breakfast, what would that be?
Well, we've talked about the service and hospitality, so I'm gonna take a small second to put a feather in my cap, if you don't mind. The one thing about our bed and breakfast that helps set us apart is we have got a number of accolades in just the past few years. We have consistently maintained 5 stars on TripAdvisor and just under 5 stars on Google reviews. We are a 3-star AAA destination. We were we were very pleased. We were one of the top 6 nominees in 2024 for the Best of Asheville, and as it turned out, we won. We were the best bed and breakfast in Asheville for 2024. We were nominated again this year, and the voting just completed. I have been told the results, but I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement until the 24th of September. So I do know the results, but I'm not allowed to say where we stand for 2025.
Wow. Nice. Congratulations.
But I'm smiling.
You're smiling. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Well, for those of us who are interested and, like me, has a anniversary coming up soon,
we'll take care of it.
How can we learn more?
Well, again, being a small business with a limited marketing, the primary way to get information is at our website, northlodge.com. We have a ton of information about the area, about our inn. Of course, we have reservation calendars to check availability. You can even make your reservation on our website. And we have a fabulous what to do section with multiple links to dining, hiking, what's happening this week, music venues. There's all kinds of things you can run down the rabbit hole right out of our website. We do put out information on Facebook, but that's not as, I hate to use the word streaming because you don't stream, but it's not as up to date as the website is.
Gotcha. Good to know. We will check that out for sure. You heard it here, folks.
Thank you.
Asheville's open and you can make your reservations online. So we'll definitely check that out. Encourage our readers and our listeners and viewers to do the same. And want to thank you, Chris, for taking time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us and tell us all about your bed and breakfast. And we wish you and your family and your business and clients all the best moving forward.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And maybe we can have you back sometime soon.
Absolutely. Anytime.
All right.
Maybe I'll get my wife in here. She has a better face for this kind of thing.
Well, we'll get you both in. And I trust you on that.
Okay.
All right, man. Have a great one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnptri-cities.com. That's gnptri-cities.com or call 423-719-5873.